feel like this with the little plants, like between the ferns with Zach Galifianakis.
Oh my God, I know. That's the best show. It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
I'll try not to cry or anything weird.
Hello, I'm Emily Wilkins with Between Two Ferns. And I have Chelsea Sutton here.
Smith Metal.
We are here at the Advanced Manufacturing Expo, and thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I've been really excited to meet you and talk to you ever since I heard your interview on the WHAM podcast and heard all about your shop and the acquisitions that you guys do and how you're using social media to grow. I want to hear about all of it.
Okay,
It's been like 2 years since you did it.
We've had a couple changes. We have added a couple buildings since then. We bought the building across the street from our main shop, and then we've rented another building that's kitty corner. We're in the negotiations to acquire some property next door to our main shop that we want to build onto.
Nice.
So we can add some more machines, because we just added 4 Swiss machines into the building that we're renting. Basically, our end goal is that we want to be a one-stop shop. So we want to be able to have a customer come to us, and we can do everything.
Yeah.
Right now, like if you came to us, the only thing we really can't do, and we have no intention of ever doing, is heat treating and coatings.
Okay.
We have no plans of ever getting into those things, but otherwise machining, yes.
Yeah. Do you have a good partner for heat treat?
Yes, we have 2 very good partners. If one can't do it, the other one can. If there's like a size limitation, or I think there's actually just even like the type. There's one that can't do something, but yeah, we have a very good partner. They come and deliver almost daily at our shop, pickup and deliveries.
Nice.
They're in and out. I mean, it's always good to have backups on backups on backups for that kind of stuff. I feel like we're still dealing with, like, I don't want to call it like scarring or whatever you want to call it, but ever since COVID, we're always like, we need to have backups for everything, just because the supply chain got so weird during that time. That
PTSD.
Yeah, a little bit, because like we're just, it's almost like trauma, because like that's when we first bought Smith. COVID hit and we just bought Smith Metal. We'd only owned Smith Metal for months, like I think like 5 or 6 months, and my husband and I both were like kind of like in like a panic, because we're like, did we just make a huge mistake? But luckily it ended up working out, and we were okay. It was definitely high adventure.
Yeah. You had Sutton Machining before that, right?
Yes, yep, correct. We started with Sutton Machining, which was actually another company prior to that. We bought a company and we renamed it Sutton Machining and moved it from Springfield, which is just right out of Battle Creek, to Brunson, and named it Sutton Machining. Took their existing customers, and then Brunson's not really close to where Dave and I live, and then that was kind of like an hour commute for us every day. It was just a lot. After about a year, we met Bob and Pat Smith, who were going to retire. They'd been looking to retire for like, I think 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And they had mentioned to us, we actually met through a steel vendor. He had mentioned like, hey, if you guys are looking to like expand or buy a business, you should meet Bob and Pat Smith. They want to sell. And so that's how we ended up buying Smith Metal as well.
Okay. Is Sutton Machining still a thing?
Yes, but not for us. So Dave and I sold our half of Sutton Machining back to our brother and sister-in-law, so we no longer own Sutton Machining.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sure you collaborate with them still.
No, not too often. They specialize mostly in CNC milling. I think they have one lathe, but they mostly just do milling, and we have completely separate books of business and different specialties, so we try to stay separate.
What is the importance of knowing your specific niche and like communicating that to your customer base?
That is a hard thing. I'll get it all the time. Customers will be like, hey, I have a project for you, and it's going to book you out for the rest of the year. Don't worry about any more business. Just worry about our business. And I'll be like, oh, great. That sounds awesome. And they'll send me the prints, and it'll be for like, 30 pieces, and it's nothing that's like super complicated. I'm like, okay, yes. First of all, yes, we can do it. Thank you so much. I'm super grateful. I'm very excited to do this for you and work with you on it, but we have more capacity. Or it could be completely opposite. It'll be something that's completely overwhelming for us. It'll be like a 300,000, estimated annual volume, and it's something that's like multi-axis job that we couldn't handle.
Yeah.
And it'll be huge, like a huge thing that's way too big for our machines. And I'm like, also, thank you for thinking of us and appreciate it, but that would require significant investment, and we have to buy another building, and like, how soon are you looking to kick this off? And they'll be like, oh, like, we're already behind. We should have started production last week. How soon could you start? That kind of deal. That is a struggle. We have like a line car that like kind of outlines our capabilities and
Yeah.
our sizes, but there's got to be a better way. I'm not sure if we're doing it great. Like, you know, we always refer people to our website and stuff, but I always just tell people, like, send me what you have and I'll take a look and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I think it's just communicate, and I think I tend to over communicate. I'm probably doing it right now, but
I think that's a woman thing. I've always noticed that. Like, I've always been an over communicator. And
yeah.
any of the men that I'm like corresponding with just have like one word responses.
Yep. I have this thing, like, everybody makes fun of me. They're like, by the time I get done formulating one question, Chelsea's already popped out like 20 questions. I'm like always questioning, like, well, what about this? Is this
Yeah.
happening? How about this? It's just because I want to know all the details.
Yes. All the options.
Yes.
I'm always thinking of all the options
Yep.
in any given situation.
Whereas, like, a lot of the guys I work with, they just like assume. They're like, well, anybody would assume that. I'm like, no, I wouldn't assume that.
I've
Like,
also learned the value of like minimal communication too, though. Like, I thought this was insane, but I learned this in a mastermind group that I'm in, the 9-word email. If you're not getting response from a lead or a potential customer or whatever, just send them like, are you still interested? ? And that's it. And I'm like, I was like sweating sending this email, like there's no salutation. Like, but
Yep.
it works. I
Yep.
get responses when I do that.
I mean, especially like in today's day and age where like attention spans are so short, I could see where that would work. Because then it gives that person almost the freedom to be like yes or no.
Yes.
And they can reply very quickly. And
Yeah.
they don't have to like give you a long drawn out response.
They don't have to be like, how are your kids and happy holidays and all the things.
I do some purchasing or I make some decisions. I don't really like to do purchasing, but sometimes I have to.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see where that would be beneficial.
Yeah. I know, so I'm trying to do like more of it, just like keep my email shorter. But
I'm gonna try it. Next one I have the opportunity to, I'm gonna try it and see if it works.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll tell you what happens.
Okay, I'm curious to see how it goes.
You can do a little study.
Yeah. Talk to us about your social media. What did you do on social media, and why do you think that it's worked so well for you guys?
So for me, I have a very modest plan or goal, if you will. I just try to do one post a week.
Yep.
And I try to make it authentic with some sort of human interest, whether it's a person in the picture or something in the caption that like brings like some sort of like humanity to it. Because I mean, like for me, it's gonna sound terrible. Like if it's just a picture of a part, you're like, oh, it's just a picture of a part. It's just a piece of metal. But like if you explain why that it's interesting, this is interesting because, and you explain why it is, like this was this machinist's first piece or whatever. Like you try to bring some sort of human element to it. I find that people relate to it more instead of trying to like make our social media page a sales page. We just try to make it more of like an interesting page. I think that works better. Than trying to make it a sales page. I mean, I still have our contact information on there, like our website, our phone number. I think I have my email usually on there, but for the most part, I just try to make it interesting. And this is like, I mean, like honestly, when I first set that goal for myself, I was not hitting it. There would be weeks where I just either ran out of time or I just couldn't think of an idea, but so far this year, I think I've only missed 1 week where I didn't hit it. This is my best year so far. You would think it'd be easy, but just doing one post a week is very difficult.
It is.
To come up with like a genuine, like, well thought out, where it's not just like, you know, there was a 4th of July post where it's just like fireworks, you know, like 4th of July from Smith Metal, but like, you know, it's vacation. We're just doing our best.
Yeah, totally. Do you ever try to like do multiple different posts, like, and schedule them ahead?
Oh, so no. Well, I have when I'm going on vacation. That's the only time I've done it. When I'm like getting ready to leave, or if I know something's coming up where I'm going to be super busy. I will, but otherwise no, because I'm always scared that something's going to come up where I'm like, oh, I wish I hadn't have scheduled that. So I haven't. And then I was talking with my friend. She's a marketing person. That's all she does for a company in Kalamazoo, and she was telling me that I should, like, so I do the same post for all 3 of our accounts, for LinkedIn, Facebook. We only have 3. Well, no, we have 4, but I never post on it. I should. I never post on TikTok, but I never do. We have a TikTok account. Don't go to it. There's not going to be a lot there. But, like, so we have Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and I do the same post for all 3. I might change it, like, slightly just because of, like, the requirement of that medium. But she was telling me you shouldn't do that you should change it, like, for your audience on each one of those. And I'm like, I think it's the same audience. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I mean, We don't really change ours that much. Like, we do it for customers too, and we really don't change them across platforms. So it depends on what the goals are. Like, a lot of my customers use Facebook for recruiting, so we do more of those like personal interest things. But like you said, like those personal interest things do the best on all platforms anyway.
Better.
So that's usually what we're posting on LinkedIn too. Maybe you're going to find more employees on Facebook versus on LinkedIn, but
oh yeah, I don't even post our help wanted stuff on LinkedIn anymore. I only post on Facebook.
Yeah.
We don't get any responses on LinkedIn, and I feel like it's just, if it's my week and I do help wanted ad on Facebook, then I do a different post on LinkedIn. That's the only time I'll do a different post for that week.
Do you use any other platforms for recruiting?
Like, we'll put it on our website, and then I'm trying to think where else. Oh, we go to, I'm going to give up all my secrets.
You don't have to.
We go to like the local community colleges that have like
trade
programs, and they have like job boards, or they'll put it on their like platforms for us too.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
great.
So one of them, I forget which one, it's on my calendar. One of them actually has like a little job fair coming up that we're going to have a little table at.
Oh, good.
So
nice.
we're going to bring like our 3D printer and our laser engraver and make keychains and be like, come work for us.
Nice.
We've gotten 2 employees so far, is directly from that college specifically. So
awesome. That's cool. Do you do anything else with them to like generate interest, like do tours or anything like that? Or?
We have done one tour, that is it, and then we donate a lot of metal. So like anytime we get like, you know, like we ran like some parts, and then the customer was like, hey, the prints changed, so, but they were like really nice ground bars. Like we'll be like, we'll call a college and be like, hey, do you want these? Because they've already been paid for and we don't want them, and we're gonna scrap them otherwise. They usually take them.
That's awesome. Back to the social media things. Do you post on your personal account?
Sometimes. So sometimes I think like I'm the main person that posts, and then sometimes Dave does, and then we were for a while both sharing anytime we posted, but I tag us as well, like me and him on every post. And it was becoming overwhelming where I didn't want it to flood all of our feed. Like, you know what I mean? Have it be like, there it is again, there it is again, there it is again. So I didn't want to make it too much. So sometimes I share it and sometimes I don't. It just depends. And the only time I share it is if I have something to say about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't just share it and not say anything.
Share with a note or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I say something.
Yeah.
And then same with on my on Facebook. I try to keep those 2 worlds separate as well. But if I do share it on my Facebook, it's usually a job post. It's usually because I have something to say, like, hey, like, you know, positions starting immediately, or like we pay 100% health insurance, which we do. 100% health insurance.
Hear that? Health insurance. It's a big perk.
Yep.
Do you do a lot of like on-the-job training?
Yes. Yep, absolutely. And then we also will reimburse any sort of training you do with any of the local colleges. There's a grant right now that we will pay for it up front, and then we get reimbursed by the state.
Awesome. That's super cool.
Do you want to talk about TikTok and our social media account and why I don't post to it ever?
Yeah.
It is so intimidating trying to think of TikTok videos. And I posted one TikTok and it got so many negative comments that I just got like thrown off. Well, okay, so it was a video where I was trying to show how smooth this part was, and so we had, I'm going to forget what the dial was, but it's this dial where it's all, I'm going to say it wrong, so I'm not going to say it, but you like run it across the top of the part, and you can see how smooth it is because the dial doesn't move. We got so many like people commenting like, it's not actually touching the part, it's just floating, and like all these comments that it's just like, and it was on, like, I've never had negative, like, usually on LinkedIn, I found people are so supportive. I rarely get negative comments on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Like, Dave and I have, like, a rule, we don't delete negative comments. We usually just say, like, oh, thanks, you know, thanks for your input, or we just try to, like, say something, like, try to make it positive, and we just move on.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever deleted negative. I think the only time I've ever deleted a comment was when there was, like, a ton of profanity, but it was only one time. And I think that person must have just been having a bad day.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even related to our post. I don't even know what it was. This TikTok is a different animal, and I was like, I don't know if I can handle the TikTok community after that.
Yeah, I haven't even touched TikTok. I feel like it's really important if you're trying to like recruit young people, but otherwise, I don't know. I love LinkedIn because it's so supportive. Like everyone there is there to try to build their business.
Be better and learn.
Helping other people is good for business.
Yes.
Like it's just good.
Yes.
To help other people.
I would agree.
You know.
100%. I would agree. And that is not the purpose of TikTok. It's more like entertainment.
Yeah.
And so I guess I did not. It was just a little eye-opening, and I was like, I need to like think about this a little bit, and like really strategize before I post a video again, ever again, if
Ever
ever
again.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, you don't have to do all the things. That's what I always say.
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That is something to think about. I have a hard time pulling myself back.
Yeah. I say don't shit on yourself. I had a business coach that taught me that, and I'm like, I love that. Yes, don't shit on yourself. No good can come from that.
Yep, that's probably that's a good lesson.
So yeah, you don't have to do all the things. If you're doing things that are working, then keep doing them. You know, yeah, it sounds like what you're doing is great. How is it working with your husband? And talk to us about your military background and how that that like helps.
Oh yeah, so I guess Dave and I have like always worked together. We met in college in ROTC.
Okay.
And we're both Army, and we got married and commissioned right out of college. Dave's an Army aviator, so he was a helicopter pilot, and then I was a quartermaster officer. I was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas. Dave was stationed in Alabama for flight training.
Okay.
I got out after our son was born. Dave stayed in for 12 years. He's had 2 deployments to Afghanistan. We've always worked well together, and this has been like I would say no exception. Like,
yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
we're good partners. He's a good partner.
Yeah, that's nice.
He was gonna come today, but like I said, we had a new employee starting today, and
oh yeah, that's a big deal.
It was. He was like, I can't leave on his first day, and I was like, it's fair.
It's fair.
We're only a 13-person shop, so adding a new guy is a big deal.
Yep. Yeah, and being the owners, you wear all the hats, and you got to do all the things and make sure everybody's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We definitely wear all the hats. Clean bathrooms and making deliveries.
Yep. My husband is my CFO. He was here earlier taking some video for me. So he's my trusty helper. He brought some equipment stuff this morning, so some shirts.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we haven't always been great at working together. We've gotten a lot better. It really forces you to like work on your communication skills, and I think we struggled with that for a while. I appreciate having him to talk to now. And
our biggest thing is like now we have to like take like breaks where we're like maybe we should just not talk about work for like
it's hard.
Yeah, it is. We're always talking about work like all the time. Even like our son's 16 and he like knows more about the business than probably most like kids know about their parents' business. Like he'll be like, oh, did like that one customer get back to you yet on packaging requirements?
And
I'm
so
like,
cute. Does he want to join the family business?
He goes back and forth. Like someday, I mean, he's 16. He's gonna be a sophomore this year, and he like goes between like he's gonna be a doctor to he's gonna be an engineer to like he's gonna be in the military. He's like all over the board. So he doesn't know what he's gonna do yet, but we would love him to. But I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Cool.
E-commerce. He threw out the idea the other day. I'm just going to go into e-commerce. I don't even think I have to go to college. I'm like, I don't know what that means when we say e-commerce.
I work with a lot of shop owners. Those are my primary customers. What is some advice that you would give them around marketing and building their brand and, you know, getting their name out there?
I think the biggest thing is like, so first thing we did with Smith Metal was that like huge was they did not have a website. So if you're a small shop like we were when we first, I mean, we're still small, but you get a website. It's super easy. Like we use Patty, and it's super easy. You can build it yourself. And it's really inexpensive. That was easy, but there's a ton of people who will do it for you as well. So that was the easiest one because then you can get yourself on Google, start getting Google reviews. Those are huge. I think that's the first thing because you really can't start marketing yourself if you're not online, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's my notice for a lot of the small shops that we look at that are like in our area. Then from there, start making your social media platform, and it's all free. Yeah. There's not a single one that you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So
just your time.
Yeah. Actually, I shouldn't say they're all free. Do you do LinkedIn Premium? Oh, I do LinkedIn Premium. I'm a premium subscriber.
Are you kidding? I'm not spending $100 a month on.
Oh, it's not if you buy the whole year up front.
Oh, Jesus. Nope, not doing it.
$800. It's a write-off. So on LinkedIn, if you have your personal page, you should also build a business page. Yeah. Because some people don't. Like I've noticed, some people just have their personal page. And I'm like, but where's your business page? And they're like, oh, I don't use that. I just use my personal page because I don't have any followers on that one. And I'm like, you've got to do both. Like you can't have you've got to why not have double the exposure, because then you can have like two like interactions. You can interact with yourself
for sure. And your LinkedIn profile or your LinkedIn page for your business is a link back to your website, which is good for search engines.
Yes.
So
yep, absolutely. It just
makes you more legitimate. Every link to your website tells Google that you're legitimate.
So every beginning of the month, as part of my like monthly, on the first you get 250 invites. I try to max it out because as people accept, you get those back, and then I just keep doing that throughout the month. Like the first of the week, Monday morning, that's kind of like my Monday morning ritual as I go through and max out those invites again, whether it's like 10 or 15 or whatever it is. So I try to make it Monday morning LinkedIn, and then going about my week, so I'm not like obsessively doing it all every day.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. It's easy to get sucked in and like obsessive about. Like I installed a focus app on my phone that's like you have the focus mode on that's built in, but like this one actually will make you wait. It makes me wait like 20 seconds before I can turn it off or snooze it or whatever.
Yes.
And then it adds time every.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It was lovely talking to you and getting to hear more of your story.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.